That's Brazil 2013, after the race. So
wow.
Vettel's just won the championship, and it was the end of the the V8 era. So it was the engine was never going to be used again. So everybody piled into the Red Bull garage, and I think they took the limiter off it, and Vettel and Webber both had the throttle control, and they were like two 5-year-old boys. The engines are absolutely screaming, and it's just something you don't normally see or hear, an engine being pushed to those limits normally. I mean, I didn't have any earplugs in because I wasn't expecting it to happen, so I was literally like holding the camera and blocking my ear, at the same time. So quite lucky it was sharp, really. But it was an interesting sight, and the drivers loved it. They were like little boys, to have the chance to sort of make the engine scream like that. It was quite fun. I mean, to be honest, I could have picked one from 50 pictures or 100 pictures of Lewis, because there's always something happening. He's a bit like Bernie. There's always something going on around him, and especially when he's won, and especially when he's won a championship, he's very good for pictures. He's always doing donuts, or climbing fences, or crowd surfing, and it's just a nice, happy picture. The team all look happy. He's obviously happy. It's a good moment. They're good fun, the end of year celebration pictures, but they can turn into a bit of a bun fight. Everybody's desperate. It's almost like life and death to get the picture, and you have to get your elbows out. So luckily, being as tall as I am.
This year's been a far more sombre year in terms of colours around the Mercedes garage, if that's the right word, sombre. What's your feeling about the black car and the whole look of Formula One this year compared with that shot, for example?
I think Lewis has in the last year or two. I think Lewis has changed quite a lot. Actually, I think he's almost he's maturing, and I like the fact that he's using his position to voice his opinions and to try and make a difference. And I like the fact that Mercedes have backed him. I think it's a good thing, and I think Lewis is doing a good job in that respect. That's probably about 2013, I think. I know Jenson reasonably well because I did the Brawn photography. LAT had the contract, and I was like the nominated photographer in 2009, so kind of knew him reasonably well. And every year in Monaco he had a party on his yacht, and I used to do the pictures for him on the Thursday night, when everybody goes to parties, and that's him. He kind of normally stayed for about an hour or so, and then he left, and he just looked like a proper Grand Prix driver, in Monaco on his motorbike in his suit,
the watch,
and he looks happy. Yeah, exactly. He's got it's all there.
It's all there. And,
yeah. It's nice that you can see his face and see him smiling. I think it's a shame, actually. It's one of my things that drivers seem obsessed these days with changing their helmets every race, and the designs are so complicated that I couldn't, even though I photograph the drivers every week or every other week, some of the drivers I couldn't actually tell you what the design of their helmet is because it's so busy and messy. When you think of someone like Senna, it's so distinctive, and it's part of his. It's a part of his character as a Formula One driver, and I think modern drivers kind of miss that a little bit, to be honest, and I think it's a shame.